Wiiviewer
and the LittlestWiiviewer.
and we're gonna review.
I Spy Spooky Mansion for the Wii.
This is the second review that we've done, just the two of us. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Coincidentally, the last game that we did together was...
Ultimate I Spy.
That's right. So I figured, hey, why not the two of us do this I Spy game as well? We both really liked Ultimate I Spy. What'd you think of this one?
It's okay.
You didn't like it as much as Ultimate I Spy?
Yeah, because it's not as ultimate as Ultimate I Spy is.
How so?
Well, you have to complete all of the riddles, not just complete one and then do the second version. It makes it a lot easier in Ultimate I Spy, because the first levels that you start with are free to play in all 4 levels.
If you don't know, I Spy is played like this. They give you a bunch of things that you have to find on a picture, and after you find them all, you win. It's that simple.
The story is basically that you go into this house, and then you're trapped. At first, you're going to have to put together this picture, which is actually a puzzle, which is odd.
Right, you're lured into this house by a midget skeleton? Is that a fair way of putting it?
Yes.
Did that skeleton look a little too freakingly small? It's like it had all the characteristics of being an adult, but smaller.
That was freaky.
How difficult would you say this game is?
It's kind of hard at the beginning.
They don't give you any penalties for clicking as many times as you want, so go nuts.
Yes, go nuts.
And since the world isn't as big as Ultimate I Spy, you could basically click every part of the area and figure out where the pieces are.
Pretty much.
So I'd say the difficulty level on this one's a lot less. Did you have fun with this game?
Yeah, especially after you do all of the first rounds.
Okay, he's talking about after you find all the puzzle pieces for the picture, they make you go on what I would call a scavenger hunt, where you have to go back to each of the puzzles and find something. I thought that was a little tedious.
That was fun.
Really? It's like, oh goody, we're going to another location. Ugh. Come on, now we're going here, now we're going there. It's like, I get it, you're trying to extend the gameplay, but this is a little ridiculous. Then, of course, after that's done, the next part of the game opens up, which we're not going to spoil.
Of course we are not.
Let's talk about the riddles themselves. Just like Ultimate I Spy, they will tell you the riddle instead of making you read it.
I spy a shovel, 9 sleeping bats, glasses, a fly on a light, 2 rats, a watering can, a swan, a chain, vine, an eggplant sprout, and a cane.
So that way younger kids can enjoy this game as well. And I thought that was really nice.
Younger? Oh, I don't know about that, because I Spy Spooky Mansion?
Did it really ever scare you?
No.
There you go. Do I think any child would ever be scared by this game? Probably not. But I have to admit the locations are a lot more dark and depressing than Ultimate I Spy's open, child-friendly world.
I agree.
And it was hard at times to find where you had to go because you're going throughout this house playing I Spy at certain locations. They're not set up where it's like, this is where you're going to play this puzzle and this is where you're going to play that puzzle. You're just going to have to find these puzzles. Once you find the puzzle, you'll know where it is. But at first, it's a little difficult to figure it out. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. There's a lot of hidden puzzles I couldn't find the first way through in the game.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard. We found it fairly easy, and there's a hint system to help you out.
I know. We used that for the last one.
There was one where you have a puzzle under the bed. That one was kind of hard to find.
Yeah. That bed has a lot of toys.
But I do have to admit, the puzzles made more sense this time around. The story in the first game, if you can even call it that, is that you had to power up a generator. This at least makes sense, where you're trying to escape a house and playing I Spy for some reason, I don't know, to make the weird midget skeleton happy.
And give you what you need.
Yeah, way out. Just like Ultimate I Spy, there's also mini-games to play. In fact, there's a lot of them. What'd you think of playing mini-games in this?
They're fine.
Was it just as fun as Ultimate I Spy?
Yes, because they're basically the same.
Yeah, they were basically the same. What I liked about these mini-games were that the games were very simple for children to pick up and play. One of the cool parts about this game is that you can have multiple people playing at the same time. Since I only have 3 Wiimotes, we had all 3 of them going at one time.
Yep.
So it was me, you, and the little Wiiviewer all trying to find the riddle pieces.
Whoever clicks on the icon gets credit in color on the riddle.
That's kind of a competition sort of thing, but you're still working together as a team. All right, littlest Wiiviewer, I Spy Spooky Mansion. Would you buy, rent, or skip?
It's either buy or rent.
You gotta pick one.
I don't think it was as good as Ultimate I Spy. But if you like I Spy, you would enjoy this game. So I think you should buy it.
And I also agree with you that this game is not as good as Ultimate I Spy. But I did still enjoy it, so I do think it's worth a buy.